Paano po ba mag-download ng electronic IPCRF? So, ang gagawin po natin, i-type lang po natin sa search bar DepEd.in, then click enter. Ayan, lumabas na po siya. Meron po tayo ditong 3 icons. Ito po ang ida-download natin. So what we are going to do is right click this one, then click download. Makikita po natin dito sa baba yung na-download po nating file. Yan. Then what we are going to do next is click this one, open. Or we have other ways also. We can open the folder sa download folder po natin, then doon natin siya i-open. So punta po tayo sa download. Then ito po nung na-download. If you are going to observe, nakasip po yung file, ibig sabihin hindi po natin siya ma-open. Hindi pa po tayo makagawa dito ng ating IPCRF. So ang gagawin po natin dito, we have to right click this one. Right click this one, then we are going to extract the file para po ma-open po natin yung Excel file. Ulitin ko po, we are going to right click this and we click extract here. Ito na po yung electronic IPCRF. So ang una pong gagawin natin, pag na-open natin yung file, we are going to click the enable editing. So yan, ito na siya. And one shall be accomplished by the rater during the phase 3, performance review and evaluation of the RPMS cycle. Kung mapapansin po natin dito, itong part na to, this portion or this part, this is the encoding portion of the IPCRF. Ibig pong sabihin, dito lang po tayo sa part na to mag-i-encode. And dito sa part 1, no need for us to encode. For the part 2, hindi na tayo mag-i-encode dito. And part 3, ang lalagay lang po natin is encoding portion and also the part 4. Dito lang po tayo mag-i-encode. Part 4 and the encoding portion. So paano po natin sisimulan yung ating electronic IPCR? This is the part 1. So we will not start here, but we are going to start on the right portion or the right column. Dito po tayo magsisimula sa region. So, gagawin natin, we have to click the arrow and we can see the drop down here. Yung region po natin, lagay po natin, pipiliin lang po natin sa region, the region 5, then division. We are going to click again the drop down. Then, so for example, Camarines Sur. Then, next, district or municipality. So we're going to encode. Then the school ID. Lagay po natin yung school ID natin. Then the school name. Say for example, the name of the school. Ayan. Pamukid National High School. Then school type, we have to click again the drop down arrow, then we are going to choose urban or rural. So dito ang lagay po natin is rural, yes. Then next we have the school size. So again we are going to click the drop down arrow. Small, we are going to choose small, medium, large, or very large. So say for example, large, so we are going to click large. Then after that, curricular classification. We should be very careful in filling out this portion because this information here is dependent to your answer here. So we should be very careful in filling out this portion. So we are going to choose the curricular classification. For example, kung meron ang school natin ng grade 6 at saka grade 11 to 12, so we are going to click this. Pero ang school dito sa amin, meron kami is only grade 7 to grade 12. So I'm going to click this one. So ayan. Hey. So after that, after filling out this portion, we can go to the next part. Rater, we are going to place the rater. Usually our school head, siya po ang rater natin. So observe din po natin, we are going to write all caps. We write the last name, first name, then the middle initial. Ayan. Say for example, the name of the principal is this one. Let's try this one. This is only an example. Halimbawa lang po ito. Ayan. Then the position. So we are going to click again the drop down arrow. So we are going to choose from here principal 4, 3, principal 2, or principal 1. Suppose our principal is principal 1, so we are going to click that one. And date of review. So halimbawa po yung date, nilagay natin is, paano po ilalagay yung date? Mapapansin po natin dito is year. We have to write first the year, then the month, then the day. So March 4. That's it. Rating period. Okay, we're done with this portion. Then here, number of years in teaching. Ilang taon na po ba tayo sa pagtuturo? So we are going to choose again from this. Is it 0 to 3 years, 4 to 10 years, or more than 10 years? So for example, more than 10 years, we will click this one. Highest degree. Again, click the arrow. Then, is it bachelor's degree, master's degree? Bawa po is bachelor's degree. Click po natin yon. Then, next is the area of specialization. Again, we're going to click the arrow. Ipili lang po tayo. Suppose our specialization is English, so we'll click this one. Then, after that, proceed na po tayo dito. Again, name format. It should be all capital letter. Last name first, then first name, middle initial. So say for example, the name of the teacher, De La Cruz Juan Zay. Ayan. Then the position, we are going to click again. Click po natin yung arrow. Then pili po tayo. Suppose teacher 1 o kaya teacher 2. Then after that, click po uli natin dito sa employee number. Employee number, example. Ito po ay example lang po ng employee number or employee ID po. Then employment status. Ano po yung employment status natin? So i-click naman po uli natin yung arrow. Then regular, permanent. Then age po natin. Click again the arrow. Then select from the options. So, say for example 41 to 45 or 46 to 50. Click next male or female. Click male. The level we are teaching. Ano pong level ba ang tinuturuan natin? So again, click lang po natin to, junior high school or senior high school. Ayan. Then grade level, ano po yung grade level na tinuturuan natin? Grade 8, say for example grade 8 po, click natin yon. Then subject being taught, so English subject. Yon. Okay, so meron na po tayo doon. Tapos na po tayo dito sa part na ito. So next, what's next? So after that, mapapansin po natin dito yung different CRA, CRA 1, CRA 2, CRA 3, and so on. We have the weight per CRA. And we have here also the objectives, objective 1, 2, 3, and so on. And the weight per objectives. Pero hindi po tayo makapaglalagay dito hanggat ang kulay niya ay ganito. So what we are going to do is click po natin ito. Click po natin yung kulay white. Then we click this arrow again. And we are going to choose the subject when we were observed by our school head or the master teacher or the head teacher. So pipiliin po natin dito kung ano po yung subject na inobserve po tayo. So for example, English subject, so i-click po natin ng English. Kung mapapansin po natin, nagkulay puti yung column na ito for the rating. Ibig sabihin, pwede na po tayo ditong maglagay ng rating. So say for example, ang rating ni teacher during the first COT, during the first demonstration, halimbawa rating niya is, this only an example, halimbawa lang po ito. Halimbawa ang rating niya is 6, dito naman sa 6. Yan. So that's it. And after that, okay, we're going to write the date when we were observed. So say for example, the year 2020, yan. Then after that, we're going to lock. Ilalock po natin yan. We're going to click this lock. And yan. The rater must enter a password, minimum 6 characters with which to lock this file. So, maglalagay po tayo dito ng password. See to it po that the password that we are going to use should be easier for us to remember. Ay, hindi natin makakalimutan kaagad. So, sige po, so for example, password natin is COVID-19. Diba? COVID-19. Yan. Confirm password, COVID-19. Then, go. So, dito naman po tayo. So, click naman po uli natin. Pili ulit tayo. The same subject, English po. English sa second observation po. Second COT. So, say for example, ang rating natin is, okay, dito, 6. Then, dito naman is 5. Then, date dito is 20. So, for example, 2020. 9:15. Then, after that, lock na po natin. Okay? So, lock po ulit natin yung password natin. Then, go. Then, dito po tayo sa COT number 3 sa third observation na ginawa ng ating school head. So again, click po natin yung subject. Then, pwede na po tayo maglagay ng rating dito. Example again, the rating is 5. Example 1. 10. Yeah, then, lock. Then the password again. 19. Go. Pero paano po kung nagkamali tayo? Say for example, we want to make changes dun sa rating po. Yun. So what we are going to do is just click unlock. And we are going to type again the password. Then go. Yan. Na-open na po siya. Then still we can change. Okay? So halimbawa dito 4 dapat. Okay. Then we're going to lock it again. Then type po uli natin yung password. 19. Go. Yan. Unlock na po siya. Then, dito po sa COT4, if we have COT4, then we can encode here our rating. But if we were not able to observe by the school head because of the pandemic, okay na rin po na hindi natin ito nang lagyan. So kung magiging mababa lang po yung rating natin pag nilagyan natin ito ng rating, mas mabuti pong wag na lang po nating lagyan ito para as is na po yung rating niya dyan sa COT4. Okay? So kahit hindi na po natin i-lock yung COT4, okay lang po yun. Okay? So after that, dito na po tayo. So the rating here should be based on the MOBs na ini-attach po natin sa yung mode of verification po, yung mga proof, mga evidences kung paano tayo nakakuha ng ganong rating. Say for example, dito sa quality, yung rating natin, quality rating sa objective number 8. So say for example, 4. Okay? Dito naman sa efficiency, say for example, 4. Then, dito naman is 3, then 2, and here also, so for example, 4, 5, 2. Okay. Timeliness, for example, in objective number 11. Okay, so that's it. If we are going to observe, we have the score here, and we have the adjectival rating here, the final rating here. The adjectival rating That's the final rating. So after this, we are going to proceed to the approving authority. So we are going to write the name of the approving authority. Usually, the approving authority, the school division superintendent, the assistant school division superintendent. So for example, we write here, this is only an example, assistant schools division superintendent. So we're going to click the drop down arrow. Then we are going to write the name. So for example, the name is Sila Gabriela B. So for example, that's the name of the approving authority, the assistant school division superintendent. Okay, so if we're done, so we're going to finalize this. So click finalize. You have not completed settings. You only lack 3 COT ratings so far. Are you sure you want to continue finalizing part 4? Yes, wala naman po tayo dun sa COT number 4. So we can continue. We can click yes. Okay, then you are going to enter again the password. Then click go. Yon, nagbago po yung kulay. Yung kulay po ng background na change po sa ganyang kulay. Ibig sabihin po, yung data po natin ay na-save na po yon. Yung mga in-encode po nating information doon and the rating, na-save na po yon. So, click po natin yung OK. Ayan. Tapos na po tayo sa part 1. So, we are going to proceed to part 2, the core behavioral competencies. Ayan, ang gagawin po natin dito, part 2 shall be accomplished by the ratee after the rater accomplishes part 1. Please tick the box of the competency indicators that you demonstrated during the performance cycle. Okay, the results of your assessment can be found in part 2. Okay, so dito po we can check 1, 2, 3 or we can check all the boxes here. Depende po sa kung ano po yung nagawa po natin. So say for example, lahat ng po natin nagawa to, so we're going to check all of this. Okay, check lang po natin. Kung ito po ay nagawa natin, we are going to check. Pero kung dalawa lang po halimbawa yung nagawa natin, so dalawa lang po ang i-check natin. Ayan. Result focus, check natin. Ano ba dyan? Okay. Nagawa natin. Halimbawa lang po to. Pero kung 3 or 4 ang nagawa natin, so yun lang po ang i-check po natin. Okay? So, yan. Then, kung tapos na po natin, we are satisfied with our answer, we are going to click again finalize. Then, again, we will write again our password. Okay, confirm the password. And go. Yan. Nag-iba naman po ang kulay niya. Ibig sabihin, successfully save po yung na-encode natin na information. Okay? Click po natin yung OK. Okay? If we want to make changes again, kung hindi tayo satisfied, we can unfinalize this one para baguhin natin yung sagot natin o yung rating na ibinigay natin sa atin. Okay? So next po, tingnan po natin kung ano po ang naging result ng part 1 at saka part 2 na sinagutan natin. So, click po natin part 1. Ito na po yung part 1 na sinagutan natin. Ito po yung name. Ito na po yung rating. Meron na po siya. Na-compute na po yung ratings. Transmuted na po yung rating. So, hindi na po tayo mahihirapan pang mag-compute. Okay? And, andyan po yung adjectival rating. The name of the ratee, De La Cruz Juanse Rater, Jose Rizal, approving authority, Silang Gabriel B. Yun. And for the part 2, tingnan naman natin. Let's find out sa part 2, competencies. Ito na po yung sa core behavior competencies. Okay? Yung rating po 5 dahil lahat po nagawa niya. Check po natin lahat yun kanina. And for the part 3, ito naman po yung summary sheet. Objective 1 to Objective 30. And then the numerical rating for the quality, the efficiency, timeliness, and the average, the score, and the adjectival rating. Then, after that, we are going to proceed to part 4, development plans. This sheet shall be accomplished during phase 1, performance planning and commitment based on the results of ESAT. Okay? So, dito po, strengths. We have here the strengths, development needs, the action plan, the timeline, resource needed, functional competencies, the strengths. So we are going to write here, ano po ba yung mga strengths natin? Then, ano naman po yung mga weaknesses natin? Development needs. Then, action plan. Learning objectives. Ano po ba ang learning objectives nun? Then, ano po yung plan natin? The possible solution that we can give. So, the intervention. Then, the timeline, we are going to write the timeline. Then, the resources needed. Also, in core behavioral competencies, the strength, again, makikita natin yung strength natin. Then, yung mga kahinaan natin, the development needs, so ilalagay din po natin dito. Then, the intervention, the objectives, ano pong gagawin natin, the intervention, the timeline, then the resources needed. Okay? And the feedback here. So, if we are done with that, kung tapos na po natin, kompleto na po, yun. Okay? We can finalize it. Kung tingnan po uli natin, this is the encoding portion. The part 1, the part 2, then the summary, then the part 4. So, kung okay na po tayo, we are going to click finalize part 4. Okay, finalize part 4. Again, we are going to encode the password. Then, go. Okay. Then, pag okay na po, we can print now our IPCRF copy. Ayan po, sana ay natulungan kayo sa ginawang tutorial. Sana ay maging madali na lang po sa atin ang pag-fill out nitong electronic IPCRF. Mas madali po ito kung ikukumpara natin noong nakarang taon na minsan nagkakamali po tayo sa pag-compute. Pero yun po ay pinadali po ng DepEd para hindi na mahirapan ang ating mga guruan. Sa muli po, magandang araw po sa inyong lahat. Stay safe, mag-ingat po tayo. Ingatan po natin ang ating sarili at ingatan din po natin ang ating kapwa. At huwag po kakalimutan, subscribe na rin ang aking channel. Click na rin po ang notification bell para sa mga susunod pang mga video. Magandang araw sa inyong lahat.